Hello again, Sharon Heights members. Today's tour begins at the first tee as we gradually move down the first fairway. Notice how we still have long stands of redwood trees even though we've removed many. One is still there with a raptor's nest on the left, but we're hoping the baby raptors are going to be healthy and find their new home one day soon. Our fairway has been corrowed all the way down to the bottom of the hill, except much of the material at the very bottom was not suitable for corrowing. So you see that we ended up skipping that area. Cart path still crosses the fairway. That's going to be removed. Nothing has really happened up around the green site on number one as yet. You'll see that many of the holes on the golf course are still like this with the old bunkers in place, the old greens still sitting there. But as we see other holes, you'll see where greens work has begun. Now we're over on the back nine going over the 11th tee. You'll notice there's a fair amount of shaping that has moved material up to the left to create a more gradual slope from the fence. The large eucalyptus trees that used to be there have been removed. The cart path is completely removed. The fairway is completely corrowed on this hole. And the architect, Todd Eckenrode, has reshaped the fairway here to move it more to the right over by that tractor we're flying over, and created a bunker on the left near the top of the hill, which guides our play more to the right, and there's considerably more fairway on that right-hand slope. The shape has been changed over there. As we come down the hill and begin to see the green, this green is virtually complete and almost ready for planting, except for the final tee material in which the seed will be planted, greens material rather. You see one of the shaping devices, and the green is completely covered with the special green sand. Notice that the large redwoods down along the fence to the left are gone. There's a new bunker down there. Now we're coming off the 12th tees. You see how the old tees have been removed. It still looks very rough, ready to design and shape new tees for the 12th hole. This is typical of all of our holes where the new tees will be built. Corrowing has been done on this fairway, and a great deal of suitable material has been gathered. As we come to the bottom of the hill, you can see that the cart path is completely removed, and the fairway is much more open at the bottom over toward the 13th green. Those bunkers have been removed, although new bunkers will be built along the left side of this fairway. As we get closer to the green, you see more of our old green sand stockpiled for use on the course, and you see a new bunker on the right side just under the oak tree that's about 90 yards short of the green. That's called a McKinsey bunker. There was a bunker there in the original Fleming design of our golf course. We liked it, and Todd has put it back, but he's changed the green surrounds. No bunker on the right, slope off the right-hand side that balls will bounce down onto this green. Green's somewhat larger than it used to be, has a small bunker in the back. The 13th hole, heavy dirt moving has begun. The tees have been removed. The cart path is still partly there and has partly been removed here. More open on the right as those corner redwoods have come down. The green is going to be positioned somewhat further to the left and a more gradual slope off the right, making this par 3 play more like a classic Redan hole. It's going to be a spectacular new hole. Coming up the 14th tees, those tees have been removed. The corrowing begins when you get to the first part of that fairway. It's completely done now. This fairway is the same up to the top of the hill, and the work has not yet begun to reshape the fairway in the second half of the hole. The large hump on the left between the fairway and the cart path will actually be taken down, and that material used to fill in more to the right side of the fairway, creating a more continuous slope. fewer balls will bounce down the hill far to the left of this fairway. As we get up toward the green, you'll see that this green has been completely shaped. It's at the stage where the gravel has all been laser leveled, and it is waiting for the final greens mix to be installed on top of the gravel. The drainage is in place. They just haven't put the greens mix there. The front bunker is actually moved to the right, which is a better strategic place for that bunker. The bunkering around the green and the green contours itself are very similar to what we used to have on our 14th hole. We move over to the 15th tee. You can see all of that rough work has removed the old tees as you come down the hill. This area will be the site of new tees. You can see how much more open the hole feels to the right side as the groves of redwoods have been thinned out considerably. This fairway has also been corrowed. Obviously, we don't corrow anywhere close to the oak trees that we're preserving. And the classic oak trees on this hole are all going to be, continue to be exceptional strategic features for the play of this hole. You can see the corrowing was completed throughout the entire expanse of this fairway, all the way down almost to the green. Only rough work has begun at this green site. The bunkers have not been removed, although the drainage has been taken out. Some of the rough dirt movement has started on 15, and again you see another stockpile of our old bunker sand on the left, which will be repositioned around the course. Now we're going to fly over the 17th green. You'll see that we start from behind the green looking back toward the tee with the Sharon Heights condominiums on the right side of the hole. Notice that the big trees to the left front of the green have been removed. There's been some very rough shaping done on the green surrounds and the rough to the right of this hole, but the final shaping of the actual green has not yet begun. Now we're moving up our 18th hole toward the clubhouse. You see the same sort of work happening in the tee area where the old tees have been removed. Corrowing in the fairways. This cart path is still visible over there on the left in the trees. It will be removed. As we get up to the landing zone for our drives, the old fairway bunkers are still there. Those are going to be removed and repositioned in the new design. That work has not been done yet. You see a section of fairway between those bunkers where they couldn't get good corrowing material, so that was skipped by the corrowing contractors. Then they continue the rest of the way with a good deal of corrowing as you come up toward the green. The look and feel of the approach shot here still has the characteristics we've always had, but again we'll see significantly new green contouring. That work has only begun in very, very rough form as of the time of this video. The front left bunker has not yet been completely removed, but you can see some rough dirt moving has begun in the approach to and then around the right-hand side of this green. We're going to see quite a different green and green surround for number 18 as we get up to the clubhouse. Here's a shot of the driving range from above, and you see the inventory of trees that have been delivered for replanting around the golf course. Many have already been moved over onto the back nine along the 11th hole and over by the short game area to be staged for planting on the back nine. Hope you've enjoyed today's tour.